STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
Resident Evil.
What is this all about? I can't figure it out at all. The door won't open.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right.
I have this. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Joseph!
No! Don't go! My God!
Welcome to Resident Evil Recap, where we are going to be playing over the old Resident Evil games. As you can see, Resident Evil is a coin with two sides. One of grim and gruesome survival horror, and another of campy, terrible voice acting, and hilariously convoluted writing. However, there is something about this game series that has some serious staying power, a series that has helped to shape the survival horror genre, and gaming in general, throughout the past 3 decades. And I believe that this extensive series that appears to drunkenly weave in and out of genres is something that's worth investigating. And so I'll be researching the series, pointing out its flaws and themes, investigating its methods of setting tone and atmosphere, and also looking into its game mechanics, its monster design, and its story writing. The plan, insofar as I have one, is to play through the game series in order, sticking with the core canon games at least. I want to play through the original PlayStation games, Resident Evil 1, 2 and 3, before moving on to Resident Evil 4 for the GameCube, and then start again, playing through Resident Evil 0, the prequel, and then through the Resident Evil 1 remake, and the more modern Resident Evil 2, 3 and 4 remakes. And then I get to move on to the embarrassingly terrible Resident Evils 5 and 6, before dipping back into some serious survival horror territory with Resident Evil 7, and then dipping back out of it again abruptly with the old world monster movie style of Resident Evil 8, before wrapping it all up with the latest game to come out, Resident Evil Requiem, number 9. Now this is a series that has spanned over 30 years and has a huge range of spin-offs, movies, TV shows and more, but I will not be digging too deep into the convoluted and frankly insane lore that corrodes at the very heart of the Resident Evil franchise. Rather, I'd like to look at the style, gameplay and the game mechanics. Playing through the Japanese version of Biohazard 1 was an experience and a half. I'd forgotten just how convoluted and unforgiving the game could be, but I'd also forgotten just how much depth the gameplay had, with character choices at the beginning of the game and with at least 4 different endings for each of them, depending on who you save throughout the game. It had some genuinely memorable jump scares spaced between the campy and poorly written dialogue, and despite its rather aimless motivation of find a way through the mansion, the flow of the game actually keeps the player engaged well enough for most players to not even realise that they're being led by the nose, with no real idea as to where they were going or even why they're going there. I mean, sure, we can poke fun at the terrible layout of the mansion and the fact that an average employee would need at least 3 special keys, 2 metal medallions and at least 1 oddly shaped crank handle just to get to work every day, but that can be generally ignored by the player as they're figuring their way through the maze-like mansion and dodging its undead inhabitants. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up by saying that I'll be doing regular live streams and videos digging into the game design and atmospheric techniques that I used throughout the Resident Evil series, and I genuinely hope that you'll all join me in this deep dive, reflecting on the Resident Evil series.